the Good News Wednesday show. Good News Wednesday's finally here. Let's stand up and give a cheer. Watch the boredom disappear, 'cause Good News Wednesday's here. Hi, and welcome to another episode of the Good News Wednesday show. This is Karen Donovan, your host. And we do this each week to put a smile on your face and help you get through another, hopefully not too trying week. But we're halfway through again, and we look forward to sharing a couple of interesting topics with you tonight. To start out with, we always start out with our question of the week. So we want to get you thinking for tonight. Get your mind off your problems. Here's the question of the week. Mrs. John's one-story house is decorated totally in pink. There's walls in pink, carpets in pink, furniture, all shades of pink. What color are the stairs? Okay, Mrs. John's house, one-story house, is decorated all in pink. The furniture is pink, the carpeting is pink, everything is all different shades of pink. What color are the stairs? Did you figure it out? That's right, there are no stairs. It is a one-story house. Hope you got that one. Now, we get to talk about strategies for a happy life. And tonight, we want a penny for your thoughts. So I started thinking this week about the expression, a penny for your thoughts. Where did it come from? Why do people say it? You know, in today's vocabulary, we see someone staring off into space and we say, Earth to John, come in, please. But back in the 1500s, people started saying, a penny for your thoughts when someone was lost in thought. And it meant, tell me what you're thinking about, what's going on behind that faraway expression you have on your face. And so this week, that introduces us to our topic, which is about our thoughts. You know, if you try to stop having a particular thought, whether it's a positive thought or a negative thought, like, okay, think about your favorite ice cream, right? Might be chocolate, might be vanilla, might be something fancy. Okay, think about it. Close your eyes and think about that ice cream. Okay, now open your eyes and don't think about it anymore. It's hard. No matter what we do, we can't push certain thoughts out of our head. And so in our study of the happiness trap by Russ Harris that we're mentioning each week, Russ mentions the fact that there aren't any quick and easy answers to stopping a certain thought, stopping a certain feeling. It's just not within our ability to do it. Yes, we can do it for a while. We can do positive thinking, or we can try to distract ourselves, but doesn't that thought always come back somehow? And it's when there are a lot of thoughts in someone's life that sometimes it becomes overwhelming. And so Russ Harris has a technique, and it's kind of like hands as your thoughts and your feelings. And let me explain what I mean by that. If you take your hands and, play along with me a little bit, take your hands and cup them like you're, reading a book, right? And if you are face a room, or you're looking at a video that's got things going on in it, and you take your hands and you cover them over your eyes. Now try to stare out from your hands. Can you see very much? Well, you can see a little bit here and there, right? But you can't really tell what's going on. What if you had to do something really important right now? What if you had to drive a car and your hands were like this? Not so good. And that represents like everything that's clouding our sight in our life, our thoughts, things, worries, fears. And so if we have our hands in front of our face, we can't function very well. But now slowly bring your hands down away from your face and just put them in your lap. And now look around, and everything you see, all the people you care about, the programs and the movies that you want to watch, your loved one, being able to hug someone, being able to cook, being able to drive, all those things are so much easier, aren't they? When those hands aren't up in front of your face, when all those thoughts, those things that get in your way, those fears, aggravations of life. I just went through an aggravating conversation before I came on the show. But you can bring those down. But, now look down. Your hands are in your lap, right? Are they gone? No, you didn't cut them off. You didn't cut them off. Your hands are still there. Your thoughts and feelings are still there. And you can harness them when you need them, when they become useful. But in the meantime, you can see what's going on around you, and you can focus on what it is that you need to accomplish, knowing that you aren't getting rid of those other thoughts and fears and problems. I mean, my goodness gracious, there's probably a bunch of people right now that have their hands up like this because they got to do their income tax and they're freaking out, right? Who knows, whatever your problem is. Maybe it's a health problem. Maybe you just got some bad news. Maybe you're having a fight with someone. Maybe you have money problems. But those things are going to be there. But if you slowly remember to take those problems, those thoughts and feelings, and put them down, relaxing, and then being able to focus and take time to do the things that you know you need to do and that are going to be so much more productive than those thoughts and problems and fears that are crowding out your sight. So, a penny for your thoughts. Is there something in your life that you need to take down so that you can look around and address that situation? I'm going to leave you with a little quote, and it actually was the author of the book, The Happiness Trap, Russ Harris, who said this, and he kind of turned the serenity prayer, that Alcoholics Anonymous use and so on. He turned it around a little bit. He says, Give me the courage to solve the problems that can be solved, the serenity to accept the problems that can't be solved, and the wisdom to know the difference. A penny for your thoughts. If you have any questions or comments about this segment, our strategies for a happy life, feel free to shoot me an email at Karen@homesbydonovan.com. I'd love to hear from you. Do you find that sometimes you're not able to think clearly because there's so much noise? Someone is making noise. Your roommate is making noise. Your kids are making noise. Your neighbor's making noise. Somehow there's noise. How do we soundproof a room so that we have time to spend with calming our thoughts and concentrating on something that's important to us and that will enrich our lives? So I've got several tips, actually 3 areas where you can help yourself by soundproofing one of your rooms on the cheap. Number 1, seal the cracks and weather strip. So if there's noise coming in from outside, a lot of times the air allows that sound to intrude on you by coming through cracks in the windows. The other thing that I found out is if you have electrical outlets that go through to another room, you know that sound travels through there and comes into your room. So if there's these little foam electrical things that you can put in your electric box that actually soundproof somewhat your electric box. So check those out. Now, the second thing you want to do is you want to rearrange the furniture in your room. Now, what I mean by that is, first of all, you want to have, if you have a room where you want to soundproof it, you want to be able to have the sound absorbed by some heavy porous objects. Couches are great. Bookcases with books in them are fantastic. And if you put those up against the wall that has the offending sounds coming in, there is a good possibility that these sounds will be muffled. The other thing that works really well is, like, if you have tile flooring or luxury vinyl tile flooring, something like that. When I put that in a house, I noticed right away there were echoes in every room. You could hear everything. So put down some, cool little area rugs, some pillows on the couch, stuff like that to absorb some of the sound. Now, number 3, you want to work on the windows and the doors. Now, with the windows, I talked about the insulation and the weatherproofing and stuff, but you also want to address curtains. Now, I know a lot of people aren't into curtains. They like to have their windows wide open. But if you have some kind of a heavy curtain on a window that has offending sounds coming from it, you could always, pull them closed when you want your peace and quiet, and then open them up again when you want the light. But in the meantime, and these are really inexpensive. You can get them, Target, Walmart, anywhere where they have those thick curtains. They're pretty cool, and they come in nice colors. Now, in addition to that, your doors. Did you know that a hollow core door does not prevent sounds from coming through, whereas a solid core door, this one isn't really cheap, but you could grab a solid core door and replace that, and that would cut down on the sound tremendously. Also, last but not least, a door sweep at the bottom, which really is going to prevent that sound from coming right in under the door. And I mean, I know in my house, I look and some of the doors, the space is like over an inch. So yeah, a door sweep would work great. So just remember, if you want some peace and quiet, try soundproofing your room on the cheap. I hope that you had a chance to get our trivia question in your Monday morning wake up email. If you didn't and you'd like to start receiving them, just shoot me an email at Karen@homesbydonovan.com. And every Monday morning in your morning email, you will receive a cool little newsletter with some inspirational topics as well as our trivia question. But it does not include the answer because you have to tune in Wednesday night to get the answer. Or you can read the Monday morning wake up the following week. But why wait that long? Just get it on the show. So this week, our question was, we were talking about thoughts and feelings. What is the number one thing that people are afraid of? Is it clowns, bugs and snakes, heights, or public speaking? Wow, that's a tough one. Because I'm sure there are people out there that are really afraid of snakes and spiders and bugs. And there are other people that are very afraid of heights. And I know there's a lot of people afraid of clowns. However, the number one fear, as revealed to us by several studies, is the fear of public speaking. Public speaking, public performance. And I was reading an interesting story about the Grateful Dead, and one of their musicians, Bob Weir, a good famous guitarist, if you guys are into the Grateful Dead or not. He still plays and he still goes around performing, but he has one of the worst cases of stage fright and performing that I've ever heard of before. Like, he actually gets paralyzed. He can't even move. And people ask him, how do you overcome that, Bob? And he said, what I do is I just focus on the songs and the characters and what they want to share with the audience. And I get involved in that, and then my fear goes away. I thought that was really cool. So I think he kind of took our little advice about our thoughts and our feelings and put it into action in his own unique way, and was able to conquer, or at least surmount, his fears of performing publicly. So if you like our show, we hope that you give us a thumbs up, you subscribe to our channel, you click the like button and the bell to get notified about future episodes of the Good News Wednesday show. In the meantime, please stay safe, take care of each other, and remember to make it a great week. Bye-bye. It's the Good News Wednesday show. Come on, kids, it's time to roll. Tell everybody that you know. Watch the Good